Welcome to the Manchild Chronicles podcast, where four friends talk entertainment, fatherhood, and sports, all with sarcasm, comedic timing, and a healthy dose of toxic masculinity. Let's welcome our hosts, Ryan, John, Mike, and Jay. Growing up never took so long.
Hey, welcome in, cronies, to the Manchild Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, here with my three best friends, Michael, John, and Jay. Tonight, we're going to play $1 Million Butt, and we are going to draft the best kidnapping movies of all time. Gentlemen, we haven't seen you guys for a while.
Yeah,
Nice
what
to see
happened? What happened?
What's
Nice to
wrong
see you.
with you all?
What?
We got vacations, we got...
We had like the Thanos snap and MCC disappeared off the face of the planet.
We got...
I am inevitable.
We got
Snap.
vacations, we got a promotion relocation. Congrats, John.
Wow, John. Good job, buddy.
John living in the healthy state of North Dakota, where everybody wants to go. If you could pick a state to live in, everybody always hear people say North Dakota. That's where
Almost heaven, North Dakota. Almost heaven, North Dakota.
Now, when Mike and Jay went on vacation, I traveled down to Jefferson City to hang out with them for a day. We had a good time. We went to Dune 2. Excellent movie. Popcorn buckets were gone, unfortunately, so watched the whole movie.
It's weird because I had a Madam Web ticket, but I wanted the Dune popcorn bucket. But it didn't end up working out.
Nice. I see what you did there. I see what you
I
did there.
get it.
You cheeky man, you.
AMC sales just skyrocketed. They're coming out with all these popcorn buckets.
Dude,
that
they
people
are.
can do that too.
Every movie, they're just making new popcorn buckets right now.
How can we make a popcorn bucket that you guys? How can we make it?
I only one story from my vacation. We went to the beach. If any of you are hardcore Manchild Chronicles listeners, the last time I went on vacation, my son got circled by a shark in the ocean. This time, we're all sitting there, and my middle daughter Emma and Luke are out in the ocean, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, hopping off their pedestal and jumping down, some people stand in the fire. The lifeguard goes running out into the ocean. I'm the only one paying attention. I'm like, well, who's going out there for? What's going on? It was my kids. He went out into the ocean, made my son get on that red floaty thing, and made them come all the way to the beach. And I'm like going to my wife. I'm like, hello, the lifeguard's saving our kids out there. She's like, oh my God, Ryan, go out there. I said, I ain't going out there, you nuts.
Go out there. I'm mid-page right now.
So I look like an idiot. You look like the responsible parent. She's like, I'm not going out there. Okay, we're just gonna sit here. So he comes to the beach, and this lifeguard's just like looking around like this, and I'm just like on my phone, like not paying attention.
What the hell, Ryan?
Then he finally left the kids, and they came over. I'm like, what are you guys doing out there? Apparently there was a riptide he could see coming in, and our kids were too small, so he went out there to get them. So,
Wow, what a nice guy.
I'm sure that lifeguard listens to this very popular podcast. Thank you for saving my kids. Again.
Sorry I wouldn't shake your hand and say thanks.
Everybody was watching. I didn't want to go up there and look like the stupid parent that let my kids almost die.
So instead, you yell at them after the lifeguard leaves while everyone's still looking at you. That's so much better.
Yeah, you knew every person on that beach was like, oh, okay, what parents are they going to?
Where are they going?
Yep, I just went on my phone to look like the worst parent ever. Like, oh. Yeah.
That's pretty great.
That was a choice, Ryan. That was a choice. You made it.
Lifeguard going to save children, how to react.
Oh,
Is a thank you enough?
Is flowers necessary?
Yeah. Yeah. Where can I get a pair of them red trunks, buddy?
The other than seeing Ryan, the only crazy thing that happened to me over the last couple weeks in our absence was I got my first speeding ticket in 10 plus years. They print out like full pages now. I don't want to show the other side of it.
Shame.
I don't want to give my personal information out. But it was early in the morning. So here's what you need to know. The city that I live in, it's quite large. I left earlier than usual, and there wasn't as much traffic, but the speed limit's like 65 on this highway because it's not an interstate, but it's a main 4-lane highway that goes through the city.
Yep.
And so normally in morning traffic, like the flow of traffic is 80 and you got your people doing 90 or 100. And so I'm just cruising right along doing about my 80, like whatever feels right. And then I was like the only person like for a mile in front of me, mile behind me. And so all of a sudden, whoop, whoop. And I saw him. It was too late. I pulled over. I thought I was going to get in trouble because I put on my blinker, and because it's a 4-lane highway. I mean, it's busy. And I knew that within the next few minutes it was going to get busier. So I drove for like an additional mile with my blinker on to get onto an off-ramp to keep me and the officer safe. And so he came up, and he was a pretty nice guy. I mean, it was early in the morning, so he was kind of neutral attitude or whatever. It was like, hey man, sorry it took me so long. I was trying to pull over so you wouldn't have to be on the road or whatever. He said nothing. So
they normally don't. They're like, I don't want to, just license and registration.
Yeah. But anyway, first traffic ticket in well over 10 years.
How much are those things going for nowadays?
How much did it take you back there?
It doesn't say, but the only thing he did say to me...
That's not good. That's not good, Mike. I'll tell you that right now.
Mike, here's what says door at 3 a.m.
What he did say, though, was that he made this comment, and again, in this very monotone thing, he's like, hey, you do have to... He didn't say that I had to go to a court date because...
You sure you didn't get a warning?
No, I got a ticket.
I've never seen one without an amount or a court date.
No, it's got a court date.
Oh. Mike, I think you're going to court, buddy.
Hey,
No,
by chance, where you live, is live PD tape there?
No.
Oh, dang it.
Unfortunately not.
We got a warrant for this Lee's Biggs arrest here.
Yeah.
To court.
But I was going somewhere with it. He said if I go down to the station and I'm as nice to them as I am to him, that they'll probably cut me a break on the price or the cost of it. So I don't know what that means, but he said it.
Well, the saga continues. We'll find out, Mike. Let us know how much you have to pay.
But now
that's when you get your wallet out and go, maybe we can take care of this right now.
Perhaps we see what
wallet doesn't work.
slide like a $5 bill across the little window. Perhaps we can see what we can do about this.
Maybe we can do something else too, officer.
But now I am getting confused because... where's the court date?
Sir, you're
there it
under
is.
arrest.
There it is. Okay. Yeah.
Did you miss it?
Oh, it was today.
Did you miss it?
Guys, I need to make some phone calls.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Does anybody know a lawyer? If so, please comment. I need one.
How to respond to a police officer getting pulled over and missing the court date.
But anyway, yeah, it's been a fun couple weeks. I got to caress the bodies of Jay and Ryan. John bailed last minute, something about new responsibilities, job.
I moved to North Dakota, so I don't have to see you guys.
Yeah. Loser. Thanks, John.
I did get me and Michael a free Dr. Pepper when we went out to eat. So
you did.
No
did.
Big deal. No big deal.
It's a pretty big deal.
Only because I'm the one that realized she didn't serve you what you ordered. You were just going to eat it.
I was just happy to get my food. And then I always got to take advantage of the situation. So.
I mean, it sounds like a small thing, but with inflation anymore, that's like a $3 drink.
Yeah.
which ended up being $6, which when I was growing up, that was an appetizer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a big deal.
John, it was funny. She brought out 2 bacon cheeseburgers, and they hand it to them, and I go, Ryan's like, oh, this looks so good. Like, he's like literally picking it up. And I was like, didn't you order something else? And he goes, oh, yeah. And the waitress was standing there, and he's like, I did order something else. And he's like, well, can I get a Dr. Pepper for free? And she was like, yes, you can. I was like, wow, Ryan is such a baller.
Ryan had the whole situation in the palm of his hand, and he went with the easiest ask, just right out. Didn't even negotiate down to a soda. It's like, well, I mean, he could have gone appetizer. I mean, can we get a free appetizer? No, he just went straight for the soda.
He was thirsty.
Yeah.
He was thirsty.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, let's go to a new segment. Mongoose, Michael. Let's go to a new segment, Manchild News.
Welcome to Manchild News, where we read between the lines, so you don't have to.
Wow, what an incredible promo.
Oh, I don't know who that producer is, but
Was there someone in the background going,
and okay, so let me tell the story on this. So this was a segment that was in my brain. It came last minute. I threw it at you guys, and so I had to rush to throw a bumper together. So for anyone that's been watching for a while, there's one beautiful, majestic, godlike voice that does all of our voiceover work. His name is none other than the Ant-Man, who you may know from the Wrestle Chat podcast. We're not worthy. And so I was like, hey, man, I wrote the, Manchild News, read between the lines, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hey, if you have any ideas, just go for it and just send it to me. So, literally 20 minutes later, he, cranked it out. There was the bump right at the beginning where he tried it in one voice. And then immediately after that, it was 25 seconds of...
it's hilarious.
And so I was like, well, you have to use that. And so I picked and got it all cut together. But you know what? Just for fun.
Welcome to Man.
It's great. It's great.
So great.
It reminds me of like the Muppets, except they would have scanned over to the one Muppet going.
Yeah.
Beaker.
It's what's great about our podcast is every bumper is better than the actual segment that follow.
What are you going to do?
High production value, should have hired writers. Okay, real quick. Man-child news. A lot of news is negative anymore, and John Krasinski stole the good news, thing. So we had to come up with our own version of it. So we're going to try and find obscure news stories that doesn't really make the front page, but obscure news stories that are true, that are interesting to listen to. So
I hope no one found my news story.
Speaking of why we suck, I had no idea we were supposed to find obscure news stories, so I have news stories.
And then John didn't even find one.
Listen, I drove 12 plus hours a day. Give me a break. To make this happen for you people out there today.
Thank you, Ryan. So, Ryan, give us your news story.
Well, hey, my news story is sports is back. We had a lull. The NFL free agency hit. The NCAA March Madness is going on. And I just want to point one thing out for the NCAA March Madness. And last night, the other night, Oakland beat Kentucky. And there's a guy on their team. I think his name was Galicki.
God bless you.
This guy just chucks up threes like you wouldn't.
Wait,
he gets
is
the
that
ball.
Jonathan Galecki?
Jack Galecki.
Jack, yeah.
Oh, not Jonathan Lipnicki.
That's right.
This guy gets the ball, and he literally just chucks it up as fast as he can. It's hilarious to watch. So they were talking about him at halftime, because that's when I turned over to the game, And during the regular season, he had 319 shot attempts. Guess how many of those were from three-point land?
All of them.
317 of them. Last night, he was 10 for 22. All three-pointers.
Oh, my gosh.
It was
That's
amazing.
exactly what Steph Curry has done to the game of basketball right there.
Yes.
What's
Yes,
funny is I really wish Michael could pull up a picture of this guy. I saw him and I was like, that's like a grown man out on the court. He looks
older
like
than
his
John.
name. He looks Jack Galecki. If you just type in Oakland,
Gohlke.
this guy literally looks like he should be doing my taxes every year. He's so old looking. And so I start reading about him, and he's a 6th year senior. You heard me right. 6th year senior. And that's because of COVID. Because of COVID, everyone's been given an extra year. So he played he was a redshirt freshman. He played in D2 all of the other 4 years. And then this is his first year at a D1 school. He only had one offer from Oakland, took it. 6th year senior. He's 24. I read comments and people are like, he's just beating up little kids at this point. Like he's out there picking on teenagers.
Yeah, that doesn't even do him justice. Like he had.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, he has like full 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the game he looked like that. At the end of the game he had a 5 o'clock shadow. That's how much of a man he is.
Can you imagine being the coach of a guy who only shoots threes though, and how frustrating that would be?
So
Like
frustrating.
you're just like,
Dude, that
You
coach
know,
loved him
come
after
on.
the game.
stop doing it. Well, yeah, because he made them,
Because
but
they
then
won.
when he misses
They
them,
beat
you know,
Kentucky.
it's like, oh, Gohlke, you son of a gun,
Go Lucky!
Gohlke.
And
So
here's
funny.
the other crazy thing. I'm watching the game, and the whole time until the end of the fourth quarter, me and my father-in-law are watching, and it's Oakland, so we're at Oakland, and they're the Bears, so we're like, Oakland, California. Nope, it's Michigan. It's a town in Michigan.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
I thought it was Oakland, California.
I thought it was Oakland, California, too.
It's a town in Michigan.
That is hilarious. That's pretty good news.
Oh.
Yeah, the only other sports news is the Jets already won the offseason. We have the best roster in football. We're looking like we're going to win the Super Bowl, so something really catastrophic is going to happen. Like
Ryan,
And the
if-
cycle continues.
Ryan, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you say I'm not going to do this again next year?
the good news is Aaron Rodgers sounds like he's not going to be the vice president of the United States. So they was very close a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It sounded like he was going to be the vice president of the United States, which God bless America, that would have been awesome. But he's not going to.
Okay, Jay, what's your man-child news?
Perfect. Now this isn't all my man-child news. Michael, you brought up as an example for our man-child news. Maybe we should do like some sort of the Kate Middleton replacement theory, And people have been all over that.
It's been a busy week in that category.
Did you see what was announced today?
Yep.
She came out and said that she had cancer and she's going through chemotherapy. So I was like, oh, maybe we won't touch on Kate Middleton tonight.
Except that
Oh?
on Twix, Twitter, X,
I never know what to call it. That's perfect.
yeah,
Thank you.
Twix.
Twix. Thank you.
That's an Ant-Man poll right there. They're already dissecting the video, and apparently she normally has a mole on her nose, which is not there now. And so they're saying that the video is actually AI generated as a way to stave off the conspiracy theorists.
I love it.
I report, you decide.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kate Middleton's mole, Joe Biden's ears. And what is happening?
Now,
What's happening?
Ryan, you say there was a lull in sports, and sir, you are wrong. Let me report to you one of the greatest sporting events that just took place this last weekend, folks. I'm going to read you the headline right now. The Florida Man Games. It was big crowds cheering competitors when they tried to evade police and wrestle over beer.
Ryan would be very good at that.
How did
Ryan-
How did I not get recruited for this?
I have no idea. So this was promoted as the most insane athletic showdown on earth. It's the Florida Man Games, and it was the first time they've ever done it. The games kicked off Saturday. It was a couple Saturdays ago with the Star Spangled Banner played with an electric guitar, and then spectators sipped on canned beers behind metal barricades, and they cheered frequently, shouting expletives as dozens of teams battled in contest inspired by real-life events from America's most surreal state, Florida. So the first event was a wolfing down a plate loaded with barbecue pork and sausage in a fraction of a second before his nearest competitor. James Gordon won that out of D-Land, Florida. He chugged beer to celebrate. Gordon said, I've lived in Florida my whole life. They're calling these events. I'm calling this crap Tuesday afternoon.
Wow. Legend.
Legend.
I want to jump back over to Kate Middleton replacement theory. As you can see, this is not the same person. This is a completely different person.
You sure about that?
I'm sure. It's two different people. Clearly. Look, the hair part is on two different spots on the head.
I think it's Kate.
I don't know.
I feel bad for her.
So which one's which? Like the one on the left supposed to be her, or the one on the right supposed to be?
The one on the right is
Right is
supposed to
her.
be
Which-
her. The left
And
is
the one on
just
the
some-
left who did the video?
Yeah.
That's who did the video?
I think it's her.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Anyways,
Ryan.
one of the next events. Oh,
Oh,
what
sweet.
happened, Ryan?
Did Ryan die?
Damn it, Jay, that's not the best news story I've ever heard in my life. This thing of beauty.
Ryan, one of the next events was a theft simulation relay in which competitors raced while toting a pair of bicycles, copper pipes, and catalytic converters. So I'm telling you, these Florida games were off the charts. If you can go find some video, you will not be disappointed. Hilarious.
That sounds like right up my alley. I think I would be really good at that.
Oh, they
I
also
feel
did.
like that's the...
I was going to say they also did sumo-style wrestling while holding pitchers of beer.
Yes.
And then they ran from actual sheriff's deputies who volunteered to be a part of this event. So
You know,
good.
it really is a dream come true because, like, a lot of guys, I don't know about women, but a lot of guys have thought, man, I wish I could have the opportunity to commit a crime with permission to see if somebody can catch me. Like, right? So, like, you don't really murder somebody, but you murder somebody and you have to do whatever to get rid of the body. And then the cops don't know who you are, but they have to find you based on the scene or theft or whatever it is, this, that, whatever, to see if you can get away with a crime. This is the real life version of that. Can you escape the police?
Michael, do you want to kill somebody? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, do you dream about this?
Hey, Mike, is your family around? Could you put them on camera? We just want to make sure everyone's doing okay.
Yeah, let me grab them real quick.
Mike,
Oh, hi, honey. Hi, guys. It's time. I'm on the Manchild Chronicles. Oh, look, my son's coming in. Hi, guys.
If anyone's watching, we need help.
All right, I've got some news.
Okay.
I'm going to read the headline, read the news story and not spoil it. My family is alive.
Oh, thank you. Good.
There they are. We believe you.
Is that the headline?
We believe you. We believe you. Hey, John.
I did not
911.
do it.
All right. A university student in Taiwan who had his legs amputated in hopes of receiving a 1.3 million insurance payout has been arrested on suspicion of fraud. The
$1 million, but
The 23-year-old, identified only by his last name of Zhang, plunged his feet into a bucket of dry ice for more than 10 hours to get them so badly frostbitten that he would need a double amputation. The Taiwan Criminal Investigation Bureau said in a Thursday release, the Bureau said a friend of Zhang's from high school, identified only as Lau, persuaded him to carry out the insurance scam. Lau, also 23, suffered losses from trading cryptocurrency and tricked Zhang into signing a legal note obligating him to pay $800,000, investigators say. The local media outlet reported that Lau told Zhang that gangsters were pursuing him. On January 26, Lau and Zhang rode around Taipei on a motorbike at night, wanting to present the claim that Zhang was afflicted with frostbite while riding the vehicle in the late evening. Let's skip to the part here. After the motorbike ride, Zhang soaked his feet in dry ice and was admitted to the hospital, but the medical staff sensed something was amiss when assessing him. His legs bore no shoe or sock marks, and his injuries appeared symmetrical, which were inconsistent with naturally occurring frostbite injury. The weather was fine that night, blah, blah, blah.
Tell him it was only 42 degrees that
42
night.
degrees Fahrenheit. It said Zhang's legs were amputated below the calf due to his frostbite injuries, but the case was reported to the authorities. Skipping ahead, local media citing prosecutors reported that Zhang had claimed $7,200 from one insurer, but the money would be seized. Some insurers and authorities, fraud, blah, blah, blah. FBI estimates an annual blah, 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 blah. So he was setting himself up to get $1.3 million. He got $7,200, and then it was reclaimed, and now he's been arrested on fraud, and he cut his own legs off.
Now, Michael, you were talking before the show about a Olympic snowboarder. Was his name Zhang?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
No. All right. That's my news.
Tell you what, that is some obscure news.
That's some good news, not including any mongooses. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with $1 million.
Do you seek the attention and validation of your friends, potential lovers, and the general public? Well, I have the perfect solution for you. Official merch from Manchild Chronicles store. With this merch, you will successfully find best friends, lovers, and the admiration of people whose opinions you should not care about. Want to feel loved? Then buy Manchild Chronicles merch today at manchildchronicles.com. Manchild merch does not actually help people like or love you. Manchild merch is not responsible for personal or romantic relationships. See store for details. Not responsible for bear attacks.
All right, cronies. $1 million butt.
Hey, pal, what would you do for $1 million? The Manchild Chronicles presents $1 million. But
I just want to say I'm really proud of that commercial. That's really entertaining. Every time I watch that, I'm like, wow, that's really good.
I wonder who made that.
Our promos and our bumpers are the best thing about this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. $1 million butt. From now on, every time you see someone carrying something that's not alive, you have to knock it out of their hands.
I'm glad you clarified the not alive part. I'm taking that $1 million. Absolutely. I'm going to be a menace.
I mean, I did it all through high school with people in their books walk through the hallway, so I'm already used to it.
I'm going to be an absolute menace to people.
I'm not going to assume
Cell
that it's always
phones.
going to be the little old lady or something, because you can overcome the little old lady. Most people are bigger than me. Most people are stronger than me. It doesn't work out for old Mikey Fresh, so I'm going to say no.
I can't wait. I'm going to be like, hey, get off your phone. Why don't you be present? Be in the moment. Get off your phone. So stoked. John, you're the biggest
I would take
menace
the $1
out of
million,
all of us.
but I'd probably I would probably be dead after a while. Like, somebody would kill me at some point. Like, so I'll take the $1 million. I'll up my life insurance policy, and sure, I'll knock some stuff out of people's hands. But my favorite one will be coffee when they're walking around with coffee, because I'll just be able to knock that right out of the hand.
You know what I would love to do is just stand right outside Starbucks when people leave. Whack, 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 whack.
Those are like $30 cups of coffee. I mean, that is expensive.
Oh my God!
No! Get that out of here!
No!
All right, here's one for you. This one is a little bit of a swerve, so I hope you're ready.
Okay.
$1 million. You can just take $1 million. Or, if you decline the $1 million, you never have to go to the bathroom again. Nothing bad happens if you take the $1 million. If you turn down the $1 million, your bladder and bowels gain the ability to automatically teleport your bodily waste to the middle of the ocean. Your skin, hair, mouth, nose, and ears become automatically self-cleaning in a similar fashion as well. What do you choose?
That's my time. Bathroom time is my time, Michael.
I like
You cannot
going to
take
the
that away
bathroom.
from me.
There's nothing better than having the most explosive poop. Like, there's no better feeling in the world than that. I want to go to the bathroom. I'm taking the $1 million.
Yeah, I gain belt buckle holes when I go to the bathroom sometimes. I can cinch it up another belt buckle.
There is something oddly satisfying. Like, I'm not going to lie, like, my diet this week's been a little rough. And I've been very gassy. And I went to the bathroom today, and I thought I had to go, but a lot of it was just gas. And I had one of those decently long passing of gas moments, and that it's almost like I had just popped like 5 Xanax. Like, I just went, whew, that felt good. And like all was right with the world for that brief moment until I walked back out of the bathroom and had to go back to work.
I'm trying to understand this. So, if I take the $1 million, I still have to poop. Is that what this is?
Yes.
So it's a win-win. Do you know how much
It's a
nerve
win-win
endings?
$1 million.
You know how many nerve endings are on the butthole, Mike? This is why it feels good to poop. Yeah, we want to keep doing that. Oh. Was waiting for John to look.
You want to know how I know you're...
Let's move on before something bad happens.
Oh, okay.
$1 million. $1 million, but you have to have the hiccups for the rest of your life.
Oh, absolutely not.
No way. I don't want
No freaking way.
No matter what you do, they don't go away either.
No matter what you do, they don't go
no.
away.
No.
Have your all's hiccups got so violent as you get old? When I have hiccups, it physically hurts my body. I feel like I'm gonna die. I cannot deal with hiccups.
We're so old now that, like, you can pull a shoulder out of place. I mean, you can hurt your back.
I do. Like I hurt. My chest starts hurting.
Yep.
Like ribs pop out. There's no hiccups are stupid. Mine are
No.
so violent. I can't do it.
No.
You should get that looked at.
It used to not be this way. I'm telling you, I think it's old age, John. You wait. You're close. You're so freaking close, John. Just wait.
Well, Ryan's the oldest. Do you have violent hiccups?
No, I don't. No.
What?
I have violent sneezes, but not violent hiccups. I've never heard of that. That's a rare condition. You should go get that checked out.
My
You
hiccups.
should.
So you're taking the money, Ryan? If
No,
your hiccups don't bother you.
I hate the hiccups.
No, they don't bother you. It's fine.
No, they bother me, but not to where I think I'm gonna have a heart attack or something. No.
He's having a heart attack. These things hiccups.
These darn hiccups, they won't stop. My body's
My whole
rerouted.
arm is dumb. My whole arm is dumb. These stupid hiccups.
My body just keeps rerouting the blood flow.
I would like somebody to go into the doctor that can't get rid of hiccups and see all the doctors that go in there and can't figure it out. What would Dr. House do? How many things would he stick you with before?
Michael, you're the house expert.
He doesn't do full body scans, so it wouldn't be that. But he'd do an MRI. He'd run some labs. He'd probably do a stress test.
He would say, "We're not seeing something."
Yeah.
We're not seeing something.
We're not seeing something. We're overlooking something.
And it's never lupus.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I got one for you.
Oh, you haven't gotten it. Go ahead.
Okay. You get $1 million, but you have to recklessly promise to pay for the college tuition of an entire local third grade class if they can complete high school. By the time they graduate, you cannot use any of your $1 million to pay for it. You have to have saved up any of that money on your own using completely different money. You cannot have any fruit of the poisonous tree. So obviously you can't pay for it. You have to break the news to them during a big high school assembly where they've created a cheer and a dance for you.
Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. To this day, have only seen that episode once. I will never watch that episode again.
I take the $1 million, then I have 9-ish years to take that $1 million to make it so I can pay for these kids' college.
No fruit of the poisonous tree.
Yeah, you can't invest it to make more money. That $1 million.
Oh, okay. So I got to come up with my own means.
That's right.
To pay for the school.
Which is why you can't. Which is why they will have created a cheer and a dance for you.
I would think, but if I still have a job and make money, I can just use everything I make to go towards that college fund for the next 9 years.
Oh, good point.
Why are you guys assuming that you're going to pay it?
Yeah.
Because we're good people, okay?
Yeah, Michael.
We're good people.
Let's just say, okay, so you guys caught on. That's an episode of Scott's Tots from The Office. Fun fact, BJ Novak, who plays Ryan, Hot Ryan, made his directorial debut by directing that episode.
Interesting.
Good job.
So, Mike, for BJ Novak, watch the Superfan episode because it is that much cringier and that much worse.
Nope.
It's worth it for one more time.
Nope.
Okay, you get $1 million, but a Teddy Ruxpin will hunt you the rest of your life, and if he ever gets within 5 feet of you, he will kill you.
Oh, heck yeah.
What's that?
A Teddy Ruxpin will hunt you, and if he ever gets within 5 feet of you, he will kill you.
That sounds familiar, but what is it?
Teddy Ruxpin was a bear from the. It was a cartoon. It was a bear from the 80s.
Oh.
That it was like the first one where you put batteries in there and it talked to you.
Little stuffed toy, little Teddy Ruxpin. Little creepy.
So if he
toy.
gets within 5 feet, he kills me. I can't fight back, no matter what I die.
Nope. You have to avoid him. You have to be with further than 5 feet away from him.
So It Follows with a teddy bear in real life.
I'll take it. I'll take that money.
Enjoy the thrill of the hunt.
How fast is this Teddy Ruxpin?
You'd always have to be on the move because he's hunting you.
How
he's
fast
tracking
is he?
you. He's a Teddy Ruxpin. He's only 2 feet tall.
Is he running? Like, is it a fast one?
Is he immortal?
Until he kills you. He's hunting you.
Yeah, I'm not taking
like he
money.
can. You just have to be on the run your whole life.
This is what I'm going to do, all right? I'm going to get the $1 million. Then I'm going to split it. I'm going to get half to Teddy Ruxpin to always be 6 feet away from me. And we're good.
Just call him on the phone and wire it to him.
Yep.
Is he self-aware and intelligent?
Well,
Because I could just go.
you, obviously.
I could just go Jake Gyllenhaal, Bubble Boy, and no big deal. I'm good.
Well, if he gets within 5 feet of that, bubble better be big.
Boy, yeah. The bubble better be a big bubble.
Better be a tough
Have to
bubble.
be a 10-foot bubble.
But is it assumed that he's going to get to you no matter what? Or,
Yes.
can I lock myself in, like, a steel box or something?
You could lock yourself into a house the rest of your life. Yeah. I mean, if he crawls through the air duct, I don't know what to tell you, but he's small.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
I like the thrill of it.
the money.
I'm going to take that challenge.
I'm not taking that.
I want the money. I want the thrill.
I might get 2 good years out of that. Who knows? And then what an awesome
And the thing
tombstone.
is, you blew it because you had the chance to never have to poop again, and you blew it.
And you blew it.
No.
At least let me wipe first.
You son of a gun.
Oh, okay. $1 million, but for the rest of your life, you can only consume, view, watch, listen, enjoy
Okay.
content only from the year you were born.
Ooh.
Yes.
I mean, I would do that.
Yes. 1989 was a good year.
That's a great year.
1989 was a great year.
It's better than my year. I have 1980. That's
54?
Like 1980.
Wow.
I would say no. I just Googled 1991 movies. There's not one that looks good at all.
Some good TV shows in 91, though.
I get freaking Roadhouse, the original.
Roadhouse.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be just fine. 1989.
Anybody watch the new Roadhouse yet?
I have not.
Is it out?
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch it tonight.
What's it streaming on, Ryan?
I'd get Goodfellas.
It's only on Amazon.
I'd get Misery.
Are you 90?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 90 was a fantastic year.
I
Dad.
get Ghost. I get Hard to Kill.
Well,
Nice.
it's over.
I get
Over.
Days of Thunder.
Oh, man. Tom Cruise, baby.
I get to listen to Taylor Swift's album 1989. Oh,
That's not how that works.
I'm in.
That's not how that works. Oh, I get Edward Scissorhands.
1989.
Oh,
It.
I need a sidetrack here on this Roadhouse movie real quick. Because
Okay.
Total Recall. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I was hearing on the way down on the radio. So the guy who directed this was always supposed to be a theater release. And I guess Amazon has this company where if they decide they want to put it on Amazon, they will, and they just pull it out of the movie theaters. So this was supposed to be a theater release. It was made for a theater release. And I just thought that was weird. I didn't know Amazon.
Do you not know who directed this?
I can't remember the name of it.
Doug Liman.
Yeah, okay.
He did all of the first 3 Born Identities.
Yeah.
Edge
No,
of
he
Tomorrow.
didn't.
Yes, he did, John.
Born 1. He did Born 1.
Was he
Born
just
Identity
producer on
1.
the other 2?
Yes.
Anyways, he
I
was
was
very,
gonna say, don't question John Jay.
I guess that director is very upset that it didn't go to the movie theater because that's what.
I would be too.
Yeah.
He did Edge
Well,
of
there's-
Tomorrow, American Made, Swingers.
Yes.
Love Doug Liman.
Paul Greengrass did the other 2 Borns.
Oh, that's right.
Well, whoever
$1
hasn't
million.
finished round 2, let's finish that up and we'll move on.
But he did
$1
Jumper.
million. I did Jumper.
Jumper.
Thank you.
$1 million, but you find a mysterious projector in your house that triggers the demon Bagul to haunt your home. Do you take the money?
Who's
Is that
Bagul?
Sinister?
Sinister.
Sinister.
I'll make you famous again, Daddy.
Oh no.
I ain't afraid no ghosts.
Oh, that's not a ghost, buddy. That's a whole situation, is what that is.
You're evil. That's a demon, my friend. No way.
Not only is he a whole situation just in and of himself, he's got children demonlings to go along with him.
I'm out, dude. I'm out.
Check, please.
One of the first movies where they're like, that's it, we're moving out of the house, and they do, and I'm like, oh, well, they're safe. You can't move out of. They moved out of the house. No. And Bagul's like, no, that doesn't matter. Still gets him. Oh,
Is he played by Dikembe Mutombo?
Got him.
he is, Ryan. He is. You should watch. Okay, I got to pick. I did 3 today. I didn't know we were only
Last
doing
one.
2.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hold on. Ooh, got it. Okay, you get $1 million, but you can never poop in your home again. No more safe space pooping. You always have to use other people's properties or businesses. You can even use your neighbor's house if they'll let you. Here's the other side of the coin, though. You clog the toilet every single time. You do your business, and then you have to live with the fact that you destroyed their pipes, and then you leave and let them find it.
That is an SNL skit waiting to happen right there.
I was considering it, but then you just made it completely, like, not worth it.
You have to leave and just let it sit. See what happens.
Let me tell you something. That happens to me all the time right now. I am taking that $1 million, and I am up for it. I'm going to invent like an extendable plunger or something that you can pull out of your pocket. Just be like...
$1 million idea?
Oh my gosh. Have you guys heard the story about the poop knife?
Was that on social media? Is that where
Yes.
that was at?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh,
Okay.
it's so funny.
So this girl was dating this guy. And do you remember the whole story, Mike?
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
when he was growing up, he's from a family of, like, not fat people, but just big people. And they would
Okay,
take
like a gill, I get it.
such robust dumps that the turd would lay sideways over the hole. And when they would flush, the water would go on either side of the turd, and the turd wouldn't go down. And so
Like a beaver dam.
They had a poop knife available that was dedicated to this function,
Hanging in the laundry room. So
hanging in the laundry room, and they would cut the turd, and then it would fall in, and they'd be able to flush. So fast forward years later, I think it's a guy, and he's at his, like, girlfriend's or something, and he does this, and he's like, "Hey, can I borrow your poop knife?"
He grew up thinking this was normal.
Think it is normal. And so
Did he
then they're
notice
like,
at school he didn't have a frickin' poop knife?
well, no, it's a public place. You wouldn't have a public poop knife. So then the person's like, "I'm sorry, what?"
This
Your
is in
poop
front of
knife.
this is in front of his girlfriend's whole family too, by the way.
Yeah. I need your poop knife. What are you talking? So eventually it comes out, and he has to explain that the entire time growing up, he would, Julianne his turds in order to flush.
All I'm thinking is like that portable little blender, you know?
I'm gonna pass out.
And you're like, "Can I borrow your poop blender?"
Gotta blend it up real nice.
Oh,
I will take that $1 million if I get a poop knife with it.
Oh, wow. All right.
yeah, I would do that. Nobody would want me over at their house or businesses after a while. I'd be banned. I'd be banned, just like a mongoose would be banned. Speaking of mongoose, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
It still snuck up on me. I hate it.
Mongoose!
And we're back, and it's draft time.
Mongoose!
It's draft time.
That's right, it's draft time. Here's how it works. Each player will get 4 picks to create the best lineup for today's topic. Once the teams are selected, the Manchild universe gets to decide which person takes the win.
All right, cronies, tonight we are drafting best kidnapping movies. And hold on to your seats. This could get ugly because there was a whole bunch of debates before this. Tonight's draft order, we'll start with, let's go Jay, pick a number between 1 and 4.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I had number 1. I was like, sweet. Number 4.
Jay, you have number 4.
Son of a gun.
Mike.
I have a hunch that I think I know what you're doing. I'll take number 1.
Okay, Mike, you have number 1.
Son of a gun.
God!
John?
Number 3.
John, you have number 2. And I have number 3. Or I have number 2. John has number 3. Mike Ryan, John J.
Wait, what?
Mike Ryan.
I have number
John
3
J.
now?
Yeah, sorry. I have it on. I don't know if you can see that.
Can't see it.
Can't see your lies.
The only thing I had mixed up was the 3 and the 2.
Tell
So John
me lies,
has.
But John
has-
took 3.
No, John picked.
John
Number-
picked 3.
He picked 2.
John
He
picked
picked
3, so
three.
he got 2.
You did? Oh, okay. Then you got pick number 2. Sorry.
Yeah, you had it right the first time.
I thought you said.
It's hard to find good help anymore.
Okay. Best kidnapping movies. Mike, you got the 101. What is the best kidnapping movie of all
Hey,
time?
Mike, why don't you explain your kidnapping rules to everybody so the audience will know?
It's very simple. It's very simple. What do you think of when the word kidnapping happens?
No, I Googled kidnapping. And
Hostages.
It's the same as hostages,
It's not.
abductions.
Kidnapping is not the same as hostages. It's not.
John, what
And,
was
and
that?
it's very simple. Kidnapping is when
Is when you
someone
take a kid.
is abducted and taken somewhere. Okay.
Especially a kid.
Hostages is keeping people in one location that they were already at.
Especially a kid.
I agree with the premise of they have to be transported to another location.
Transported.
I highly disagree.
That's fine. I'm going to take a controversial number 1 here. For my number 1 pick, I'm going to take The Truman Show.
Why do you even get the number? You had the
How are
option
you-
at the number 1 pick, and
How are-
you landed on the Truman Show. Like, it's like,
Well, technically, they held him hostage. Like he didn't.
That's more hostage than it take him
Okay,
anywhere.
it's up for vote, so I will.
I'll allow it because it's a
I'm gonna
terrible.
let you have it. It's
No,
a terrible
yeah,
pick. It's
Yeah,
yours.
we'll allow that.
he's got it.
It's your pick. Just doesn't go to any of the logic you just debated about.
He was taken from his mother when he was born,
Yep.
and he was taken
And
to a
then
place and kept
and,
there.
and held hostage. Exactly.
But
So
he was
hostages-
transported. He was transported.
Whatever.
That's
He was a child, and he was transported. He was kidnapped.
Nah.
John, you're up.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm going to take with my second pick.
First pick.
First pick.
My
of
first pick. That's the second in this draft of kidnapping. I'm going to take the movie Prisoners. Prisoners.
Good one.
Prisoners.
Very good one.
Very good. I was low key hoping that would drop to me in another round. Well, I appreciate Mike. I appreciate you, John, for leading me this movie. By far the best kidnapping movie of all time, starring the great Liam Neeson. Taken.
Walk Among the Tombstones.
Oh, that is an option. Was that your pick, Brian? I'm a Walk Among the Tombstones, and it's in.
No, I'm picking Taken.
Never heard of it. A Walk Among the Tombstones it is.
I will find you. Taken. Thank you.
Now, I do
Thank
want to
you.
bring this
winner,
up.
winner.
Hold on. I gotta get the Truman Show off my list.
You forgot to. I crossed that off right when he said it. It was.
I
way
want to
up
bring
the
this up because earlier when I was trying to debate between what was kidnapping and what was not, I originally said, well, like The Dark Knight, that wouldn't be considered kidnapping because the hostage scene's really just in the beginning. And Mike's like, yeah. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, because
So many kidnappings.
the Joker also kidnaps Rachel and Harvey, and Mike's like, no, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. The opening scene, there's hostages, so they kidnap everyone in the bank.
Well, they don't transport him though.
Oh, I hear you, but hold on. And then there's a fake kidnapping where they kidnap the Joker and present him to a mob boss, but it was a fake kidnapping. But then he, murders
But they
the
did
guy.
transport him.
And
They did transport him.
they did. Hold on. And then Batman kidnaps the Japanese dude from Japan, brings him back. Joker kidnaps random people, pretended to be Batman, kills him. Batman kidnaps a crazy person and tries to interrogate him. Joker kidnaps Maggie. He kidnaps Harvey. Harvey ends up kidnapping the mob boss and then kills the driver. And then Harvey also kidnaps Detective Gordon's wife and kid. Oh my God! Is this a kidnapping movie?
It's a kidnapping movie.
I think it's just nothing but a kidnapping movie.
Everybody's kidnapped. You're kidnapping. I'm kidnapping. Everybody's kidnapping.
But Michael, you had to.
Where's Rachel? Where is she?
And Michael says to me, Taken is a kidnapping movie. The Dark Knight just has kidnapping in it. A lot of it.
The whole movie. Every scene there's kidnapping. But it's about Batman, not kidnapping.
Every dramatic plot point is kidnapping. Doesn't stop the movie.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules.
Are you picking The Dark Knight, Jay?
No, it's not allowed. I was told it's
Well,
not
I thought
allowed.
we had to debate on it. Michael's not the...
If I got stuck with the Truman Show, you're getting stuck with the Dark Knight because you just went on a 20-minute rant about it.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I get the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Thank you.
Moving on.
Another pick, Jay. Maybe a little faster this time.
Okay, well, I had to explain that one.
Now let me tell you this story here.
Let me make sure that I don't think I displayed the name tags. He was named this for a reason.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. For my next kidnapping movie, I feel like it's a kidnapping movie because you are moving people and transporting them the whole time. And that would be the movie Speed, starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Okay.
Ryan, John, Speed, kidnapping.
I think the bus kidnapped them, so I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody really kidnapped him. He put a bomb on the bus, and they were just kind of stuck.
They
But
were
then he-
already on the bus.
But then he kidnapped Sandra Bullock at the end. No?
I don't think
more
that's
of
a
a movie with
kidnapping
kidnapping
movie.
in it.
I think that's a bomb movie. There's
Okay.
a bomb on the bus.
It's more of a terrorist.
Okay, more of a terrorist bomb movie. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, for my next kidnapping movie, I'm going to take a good action comedy. I'm going to take Rush Hour.
Great pick.
Ooh, nice.
Great pick. Great pick.
Thank you.
Okay, that means I'm up. Okay. Well, so many good ones to choose from. I'm going to go with a... I didn't order mine, so I'm very confused right now.
What are you doing?
I didn't put them in order. So I'm
This is a long show. We need to wrap this up.
okay. All right. I'm just going to pick a great movie that every time it's on TV, I love to watch it.
Moneyball.
Saving Silverman.
Nice.
Nice. I hadn't even thought of that one.
Yeah, I didn't think of
Good
that.
pull. Good pull.
I haven't seen that in years. Does it still hold up, Brian?
Oh, it's so great. It's fantastic.
Okay.
It,
Jack Black. It's funny.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yes.
yep.
I'm going to take Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
That's the one I was debating with right there. Great pick.
I didn't even have that one either. What am I doing?
All right, back to me for the double. For my first of two picks, I'm going to take The Hunger Games.
What was kidnapping?
Who got
in
kidnapped
that?
in the Hunger Games? They volunteered.
No.
Yeah, they did. There's a whole scene where they had to
I
volunteer.
volunteer as
Remember this?
tribute.
That was
Yeah.
it was just Jennifer Lawrence. Everybody else had their name drawn out of a bowl, and then they were forcibly
But it's
taken.
a game. It's not kidnapping. I don't
Forcibly
agree.
taken?
part
That's
of
not
Forcibly
kidnapping.
taken.
No,
That's
it's the
pick another
culture.
No.
Fine, I'll pick another one.
Pick
Fine.
another one.
No.
The guy who gave us all these hard rules. No.
That's
Controversial pick after controversial pick.
Obscure picks.
I'm going to go with something safer.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Split.
Nice pick.
Very nice. Very nice.
That was high on my list.
Same here.
I'm getting no respect around here. No respect.
No respect.
Hey, you're supposed to take one more pick, Mike.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Hunger Games.
Is Mike frozen? I don't see him on
No.
the screen.
Oh,
Okay.
there he is. Oh, there he is.
I'll take Catching Fire.
I will take the
Twilight.
Ryan Reynolds movie Buried.
Ooh.
Buried.
Interesting.
Never seen it.
Me neither.
I won't see it. It'll make me not breathe.
You haven't even seen it?
What's wrong
You don't even know if it's good or not.
I've watched the condensed version on YouTube because I'm
You saw a
claustrophobic.
preview for it.
I'm claustrophobic.
I watched the condensed version. Ryan said you watched a preview.
No, it was like 10 minutes long. It was like 10 minutes long.
It's a big
You watched an
preview.
extended preview.
That's all you watched.
He watched trailer. He watched the teaser, trailer number 1, number 2, and number 3. Whose turn is it? My turn. Okay. Okay.
I'm so happy.
Okay. For my next pick, I'm going to take National Treasure.
Because they kidnapped the Declaration.
I was trying to think who gets kidnapped.
We're kidnapping the. They even say it. We're kidnapping the Declaration.
Dad, I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it back.
I'm crying, John. You are just a menace.
We're
I
going to
approve.
kidnap the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, I approve.
All right. My next pick, I'm going to take an action, a comedy, and a horror movie, all rolled into one.
Oh, just make it a good pick. I can't
From
keep
dusk
doing
till dawn.
The Nut Job.
From dusk till dawn. Okay.
Great movie.
Oh, good movie.
I don't even know if somebody was kidnapped in that movie.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
put it
really
in
know
the
that that's a
movie.
kidnapping movie, but
I'm
okay.
pretty
At the
sure
very
he has
beginning
the
of the movie, they
preacher
kidnapped
in
the
the
family.
trunk of the car.
Yeah.
He kidnapped him.
I get that, but that's like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh, dude. I'm telling you, that whole premise,
great
I
movie.
remember I was like 8 or 9 watching that with my mother. What is wrong with my mother? And I'm watching this.
Hi, Jane.
And she's like, I've never seen this before. And we're like, and I was like, I've never seen George Clooney look like this. And he's cussing and they kidnap this family. And we're so invested in this storyline. We're like, this is amazing. And all of a sudden, everyone turns into vampires.
Left turn.
And me and my mom, you don't get that kind of shock value. I remember me and her just going, what? What? We're watching this movie at like 1 a.m., just totally freaking out. It was amazing.
And I watched it like sometime within the last couple years, and it really is just like it just happens. Like Selma Hayek just turns into a vampire, and that just it takes the story just elsewhere. And it's even when you watch it now, it's so random.
It is.
And I don't remember back then. I'm trying to remember previews, and I don't, because I remember when I watched it with my buddies, we were all like, "What the heck is happening right now?" Like none of us knew that was going to do that in that movie. I can't remember if they previewed it like
They
that or
did
not.
not put it in previews when it first
Yeah,
came out.
everybody was like, "What is happening?" Oh man, that was fantastic. Great job for those guys.
That is good. Okay, cool. My turn. I get 2 picks.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to go with some good kidnapping movies.
That's the idea. Yes.
That is the idea. I want to give a shout out to
It's a long show.
Saw,
It's good.
the very first Saw movie.
Yes.
It's on my list.
Same.
And then I'm going to take the other horror film that
Saw
was
2.
high. No, The Silence of the Lambs. And
Recap.
So, to recap my kidnapping movies, I've got The Dark Knight, I've got Rush Hour, I've got Saw, and I have The Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. Heavily debating right now between a comedy and a great action. I think I'm going to go with the action. I'm going to go with my boy Denzel, Man on Fire.
Yep.
So recap mine. I got Taken, Saving Silverman, From Dusk Till Dawn, and Man on Fire. John.
To round out my 4, I'm going to take a movie that I remember being very good, but I haven't seen it in a while, so it might not hold up as well. But I'm going to take the Kurt Russell classic Breakdown.
Breakdown.
Oh, I had
it
that
does
written
hold
down.
up.
Breakdown.
I just watched that last year. It's still a great movie.
It holds up.
Still gives you anxiety when you watch it.
What John's panicking about is we used to like a movie called Along Came a Spider
Yeah.
until we rewatched it. Do you remember the opening line, John? That opening scene?
You look like a professional.
You look like a professional penile sucker. I changed the wording. It is the most stupidest movie with the worst CGI. Oh, that car crash scene in the beginning is terrible.
We watched that probably 30 times growing up. Like, 'cause it kept popping up on Showtime and HBO, and we just watched it all the time. We're like, this movie's so good.
So dumb.
Breakdown. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Very good. Very good.
Round out my 4: Prisoners, Ace Ventura, National Treasure, and Breakdown.
Nice.
Okay. I am going to pick my last one, and I'm going to go with 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, hey.
Okay. That's a choice.
You know, I gotta tell you something. When Mike said we were doing this draft, and he had all these stipulations, every time we do a draft with movies, Mike always picks this movie. He picks Misery all the time. And now we do a draft, particularly with this genre, and he doesn't pick it. I don't get it.
I had it, but that's hostage for me. That's not kidnapping.
What do you mean that's hostage? That's 100% kidnapping.
She saves him.
No!
And then when he's ready to leave, then she holds him in that place.
Mike, you're a monster.
Recap your such a great list. Recap it.
The Truman Show, Split,
Is the only good one.
Buried,
That's the only good one.
and 101 Dalmatians.
A Dalmatian plantation. I built a Dalmatian plantation. Oh, wow. Well, does anybody have any?
Oh, there's a million shout-outs.
Ransom, Ted, The Rescuers, Spy Kids, Red Eye, Disturbia, The Island, Mission Impossible 3.
John, you got any honorable mentions?
Shout out to Fargo.
Yep.
Gone Baby Gone.
Did anybody take Taken?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I got nervous there for a minute.
And then I'm the Captain Now, Captain Phillips.
Nice.
Hostage.
Joe Dirte. And 10 Cloverfield Lane. I'll give a shout out to 10 Cloverfield Lane.
All right. I don't have a lot on my list here because most of them were taken. I got 2 that haven't been taken yet.
Taken.
Mystery Men and Hook.
Nice. Hook would have been a great one. Another one's The Transporter, the first one. I had Panic Room, but maybe that is now considered Hostage. The other one I thought of was Deliverance. Oh, that would have been a pretty sad one to take.
Never seen it, but
You've never seen it?
never seen it.
I only saw it once, John, and I think I was like 12.
That's all it
Never
takes.
again.
That's all you need to
Never
watch
again.
it. Just
Yeah.
What is wrong with our mother?
Dude, what is wrong? And my mom was like, what a good movie. You should watch that.
Squeal, piggy, squeal.
I'm going to make you squeal like a pig.
Come watch Deliverance with me, Jay.
All right. That was a quick episode. Until next time, Peace. We out of here.
Thanks for joining us today on the Manchild Chronicles. You can find us on your favorite social media platforms at the Manchild Chronicles. Don't forget to join us every Friday for a new episode. That's all for now. See you next time.